Can we start this?
Yeah. Yeah, let's start this. Hey, Sergio or Ivan, do I have somebody on cameras and recordings just to make sure that we're good?
Please, guys, please. And also cell phones and vibrate on the studio. By the way, this is not a studio. We obviously don't have money for that, so we're here still at the house.
And Sergio,
We're good there.
Someone help me.
Since you're next to the fridge, can you get some tamarindo ready for me?
Come on.
He really did.
Come on.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much, Sergio. Thank you very much, everyone who's listening and everyone who's watching. Today is June 8th, 2018. To my right, I got Farghini, El Rey del Tamarindo. To my left, I got Buddy, the Caucasian president of white people. And I'm Alejandro, and let's talk about cars. Yo, hit it, Pedro.
That one felt good today.
That
one felt really good.
That was an interesting...
It was great friction, great whip, whip
It
action.
felt
You're really good at friction.
yeah.
Oh, by the way,
You're
let's
really
say
good
one
at
thing.
friction. Yes.
Life is all about friction. I'll explain that
Thank
later.
you. Thank you. We'll talk about it later.
That's all we're looking
We'll talk
for,
about it later.
Okay.
And Buddy's going to tell us a story about friction.
Yeah, there's definitely some friction.
I wanted to start this because we always get into a personal question. And I think right now the personal question I want to ask is, and start with Buddy, and you'll see where I'm going with this. What has been your social media experience as of lately with the car world? Has it been good? Has it been bad? Why? And
it's been good. It's been good. Like there's been a lot of interesting and unique opportunities that have kind of popped up. I mean, you've been getting opportunities for a while, but I think up until recently, like I've started to see personally, like people reaching out and saying, "Hey, we noticed you're doing this, this, and this." The only problem that I've noticed is that they're not offering a lot. They're saying, hey, we'll give you this opportunity, but they're not going to pay you for this opportunity. You see a lot of those. And what I mean by that is like, hey, we got this new awesome product coming out. We thought that, we can send you, a box of it, and in exchange, you could give us a shout out, whatever. And I'm, for a long time, like early in, like my 20s, that was kind of cool. You'd go to gifting suites as an actor or a model or whatever. Like,
let us be clear, I never made it to that stage in acting. I've never made it to the gifting suites.
I only made it to those places because of my wife. My wife was, like she was able to get into those things, and they would give you free stuff, and I was always like, oh, this is awesome, yeah, sure. And at this point now, as an influencer, I guess you could say, is they're reaching out and they want you to do the work for them without paying anything other than their product, right? So
that's on a good day, by the way. So what about in the car world?
Of course. So in the car world, I was offered an opportunity to work with a major automotive brand.
Let's just say they throw a lot of races.
They throw a lot of races.
A lot of races. They'll throw you in a loop all the time.
Okay. And they said, look, we don't really have any money to do anything, but
hang on, there's a company that contacted you that put you in touch with them, right?
Exactly.
And this company, this is the interesting thing. The company that reached out to Buddy is owned by a influencer.
Yes.
This is an influencer that talks about business and you gotta push it and whatnot. And he's
a lot of motivational quotes.
And he's always preaching about how this space has to like grow and
does he yell
always
at people?
get yours and all. Everybody, most people yell at everyone when they're screaming about motivation.
Okay.
So of course, and so his agency. I mean, we got some messages that we decided just to pass on. And he got a different message with an invitation to go to this loop-de-loop race thing that happens all the time. Right?
Yeah. So they offered me the opportunity to go that, and they said, it's not really a paid opportunity, but we'll, first class accommodations. We'll take care of all this. We just need you to do, 6 races this year, and post your own content and whatever, and hashtags, just the general stuff. And I kind of pushed back. I was like, this sounds awesome because I've always wanted to be a part of these races. It's something that I grew up around. It just sounded cool. And mind you, like I ended up getting $1,000 out of one of the events plus the, accommodations and everything. So nice. I went to that first one and it was awesome. Like it was really, really cool. Like I did enjoy the actual races themselves. It was a great experience. The problem is when I got there, I couldn't even take in my camera. I couldn't.
Why are you calling influencers when you don't allow them to create their own content?
They said I needed media credentials to do that. And I'm talking to the head people that brought us in. They said you can't do that. And so that leaves me without the opportunity to do my own content at that point. So
what do you get out of this when so what's the call like? Because they're like, hey, you can't do anything. You're going to come over. You're working for free. We're just bringing
So ultimately what ended up happening is I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to write this off as a loss. I at least got paid something. So it wasn't a complete waste, but ultimately all I was doing was Instagram post and, doing their hashtag and, all of that. So
did they read, do they have a big account themselves?
They do have a big account themselves. And I met the guys that ran that account, which those guys are badasses. They do a really great job of it. It's just the people that are paying the money.
No, the question is...
The problem is the middleman. It's not the actual client.
I understand
the problem
that.
Is the middleman.
But the client at the same time, they're not letting you film.
No, they're not letting me film because, and this was their rationales, because anything that you film, NBC or whoever was filming the race owns the rights to everything that happens there.
What I'm getting out of this is, what's the promise? Because I just got a call. I got an email yesterday from someone that was very persistent.
Yes, the promise was because I wasn't really going to be getting any money or anything, even though I did end up squeezing money out of it, is that I would be able to shoot my own content. Right?
That's at least what they promised.
Because what ends up happening is I can take that content and I can distribute it onto my own channel and do my own things to kind of get something out of it, like offer something back. Since I'm not financially getting something significant, I at least can use it as an opportunity to get more down the road, right?
It's a trade up. It's a trade up.
Yeah. So
but I don't think you got anything back out of that.
No, but it should.
No. But it should be. So, anyways, what happens is, since there was another 5 races that I was kind of committed to, I wasn't getting paid. I wasn't getting anything, and I started asking for certain things like, hey, I need to get money out of this. If I'm going to continue doing it, hey, I need to get tickets, from this if I'm going to do that, because my family lives close to one of the events. I at least want them.
How
to
many
come to
tickets
a race.
did you?
4
ask?
tickets. I asked for 4 tickets.
They said no,
and they said no. They said no. We can't do that.
Jesus.
Couldn't get anything that I asked for. Like, there was nothing, but yet they still wanted me to just come and just shoot Instagram content for free. Yeah, they're paying for my hotel. Yeah, they're paying for my flight. But what does that do in the long run for everyone else? Like, if I accept that,
yeah, you're destroying everyone's market.
If I accept that, I destroy the entire market. It makes it acceptable for brands to continue to offer that.
And it's not brands. I think if this major entrepreneur who owns this agency is they're getting
something out of it.
No, of course they are. But they're getting a call from them and saying, bring people in. They're saying, so what are you going to give back? And if nothing is the answer, why are you even passing it along when you know what you're doing is wrong?
Actually,
it's not right.
It actually may be different too. Some of these agencies might be telling the race people, like, hey, I can bring this guy, this can do, right? And
I'm pretty sure that dude pitched the agency to those guys. Those guys hired them, and they were like, okay, let's do this. They're getting paid a monthly retainer for this, which clearly is not a good setup, because this job offer, it's ridiculous. He's like, hey, come build my house, and you'll gain a lot of experience from it. Who wants to do that?
But you can't stay in there.
No, of course not. And also, you can't have any of the water that's in the backyard.
And don't take pictures of what you did, so it shows
nothing.
And not only that, they don't give you a heads up on like what you're going to be doing. You kind of just are at their beck and call, where they're kind of bringing you around with everybody else. Like, you have no idea, so you can't plan your content. You can't find a story if there's even one there. Like, there's nothing like beneficial out of it. So then on top of that, they for the next race, right? Okay, so for the next
that's
race,
what bothered me.
Yeah, so this is the next one. The next one, there was no pay. Okay, they wanted to bring me out on a Thursday night so I could be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then fly me home Monday. And that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time.
Are you extremely rich? Are you extremely rich?
Hold on.
And you have your own.
Not only this, though, they know that I have a commitment. That I have a commitment to work. And I said, look, guys, I can't miss Friday. I can't do that. And if I'm flying back Sunday so that I can be at work on Monday. I have shit to do. And so they said, I'm sorry, we made a commitment to the brand that you would be there, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you would leave Monday. Like, you need to be there. I said, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Unfortunately, I cannot. You guys need to figure it out and work it out. And they said, well, we already changed your flights on the last race at the last minute so that you could be where you wanted to. So we need you to uphold the commitment on this one. And I said, no, I'm not doing it. I cannot do it. I said, you're not giving me 4 tickets for this. This is ridiculous. And so eventually it got to the point where they said that I'm being too difficult. And I said, I'm not going to do it. And she came back and said to me, are you willing to ruin any future opportunities with our media company.
Yeah, with the middleman company, with the influencers company.
So she said, just keep in mind that you're going to ruin any opportunities in the future for your, to be able to work with us.
So you're gonna go, right?
No, this is long. This is long. This is long past.
And the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because this is happening to everyone here. I see my boys in Mexico, dude. Those dudes hustled together. They're all in one
unit.
They're all. You turn off the lights. They're all one unit. They all are managed by the same person. Not saying that everyone should do that, but these things, you cannot be employed for free just for accommodations. I got a tire company that called me last minute. They didn't even change my name on the invitation. They had the older name. I never said anything, and also the date was wrong, expired. So clearly they couldn't fill out their tab, and they're calling me like last minute. And they're like, we're going to bring you here and you're going to be able to be with all these guys and we'll shoot content for you. And I just literally, there's no point in me getting into this. No, thank you. I have other shit to do. I'm busy.
Right. Yeah, and no pay.
Yeah, I'm busy. No. Forget, because even when they offer me pay, it doesn't make sense. But like I make more, and I know this is going to sound super douchey and like you can take it for what it is, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but I make more money just sitting on my ass than going anywhere where they pay me any money. That's,
But you worked hard to get it to that point. You busted your ass to get it to that point.
No. This didn't happen out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Of course.
But that tire event had a great lunch, though, right? That we missed out on.
that I am jealous. But when I said no, like I said, and I didn't send them an email like being rude. I said, thank you very much. This is not for me. They all gave me the cold shoulder. Like, you know you're ruining your relationship with this brand. You guys, hang on a second. Let us be clear here. We are the ones with the audiences.
Yeah.
You're not. You're calling us because for some reason you can't figure out why your regular advertisement isn't working. This is why you're calling us, because these guys have audiences.
You want access to that.
You just haven't put a lot of value and thought into what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're honestly making yourself look foolish. All these companies are spending all of their money on PR firms. Do you know what a PR firm does? Hollywood style.
Of course.
Wasted
You
so much
hire
money
them
on
for $10,000. Like, say you have a new company that you're going to launch a product like a watch. They charge you $10,000, the cheap ones.
A month.
A month, and they make you a commitment for a year, and they tell you, you're going to pay that, and we're going to get stories out there, and we're going to get influencers. And what they do is basically, they call every radio show according to them, or every TV show, and everyone says, you don't have a story. So then they go, you know what? You need to go build a story so we can actually do our job. You're holding us back.
Yep.
And your whole year goes by and you didn't get anything done. Now PR companies are hitting us directly.
Yeah.
Right? People like us.
Exactly. That's the thing with
and they're geting paid.
Yeah.
And they're saying, no, you cannot get paid, homie. It doesn't make any sense.
But they treated me like I pursued them, not the other way around, which is awful.
This is what's crazy. And the same thing with the tire company with me.
Yeah.
They treated me like I fucked their mom in front of them. Like right there. When I said, no, thank you, I can't go. It doesn't make sense for me. They're like, you don't even know the type of caliber of people. And then you see the caliber of people. There's no disrespect to anyone, but like 5,000 followers, 7,000 followers. Even just like their gauge of perception of everything is so fucked. And again, even if you were paying me, I wouldn't go because I have better shit to do.
Wait, can I ask one question?
Well, I don't have better shit to do. I'm busy and I can make some decisions, fortunately for my own self, that are selfish. Like, I rather stay with my squirrel and my dogs.
Can I ask a question?
Hit me.
It's not Pirelli, is it? I want the calendar, please. I want the calendar.
No.
Please.
Hey, Pirelli, I'm dying to find like a good source of those calendars. I actually been looking into it because I don't know who knows who's aware here. Apparently, Pirelli in the 90s had the hottest calendar until today.
Well, not 90s. Like I think
until
for a
today,
long time.
the hottest calendars out there. And if you have like a big collection, they're worth a ton
By the way,
of money.
when we mean calendar, like a calendar with like bikini girls.
Yeah, so think about like the Playboy calendars. Sweet.
By the way, we saw a collection. Like the dude had a collection, and he said it was worth a couple $100,000, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Like, it's that serious.
That's why it's like a serious.
So please,
thing.
Pirelli, we love you. We love Pirellis. We P0s, P1, P2, P3, whatever.
So
everything.
So real quick before we move back on, I just wanted to one make a statement and put a button on it. Is one, I should have trusted my gut. I brought it up to you early on in that discussion, and the thing that held me back and why I wanted to pursue it once it was offered is because I really liked the idea of working with that brand or going to that event. Like
Which makes all the sense
it was something
in the world.
that I had
but
always
you did
wanted
it once.
to do.
You're not under contract,
of course.
and like
of course.
you're not getting paid, and they like
of course.
get over here.
Of course, and to turn back at this, like my gut was like, this doesn't feel right. I should have trusted it in the first place. But there is some good that comes out of it. At the end of it, at the end of the day, is I got an email from them today wanting me to do a collaboration with them.
Oh, from the influencer company.
From the company that said they'd never work with me again. I got an email from them.
That company hit
they
them
want
up
to do a
again.
collaboration.
You're only as good as your last followers.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
They want me to do a collaboration on a new set of shoes that are coming out.
So this is incredible. This is incredible. You can't make this up, guys.
No.
How can you ask someone that has already built up a career like this to be an intern?
I know.
How?
Dude. I know.
How do you have the balls?
It's
Meanwhile, these PR people are just sitting there. Anyways, that is the car world on social media today. Your experience has been the same, right?
Wait, by the way, I'm not getting any offers. No one's offered me anything. What the fuck is going on?
I got someone who called me for a show on Netflix. And they were like, we're interested in having you come for whatever. My assistant replied, and she always says, like, thank you, Alejandro doesn't want to do that. And the guy emailed her back, like, being persistent, and goes, I don't think you understand. I don't think he understands what he's talking about. So I just read the email, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, I know what you're saying. You want me to work for $750 a day for 12 weeks, and then you own all of the rights. You're compromising all of my businesses. I'm guessing you're going to tell me that you want
they own your
percentages
IP.
on my cars, on my watches, on my clothing,
they own your likeness,
on my drink company, all of that stuff, right? That's what they're going to ask you for nothing. Like they're literally not, like, what do I get? And I replied to the guy, there's no back end deal because Netflix does not have any other revenue other than the standard purchase agreement. So that's that. You guys are not going to make me a producer. I already have the views in other stuff that I do, and I love doing what I do. There's no one telling me what to do and what not to do. And most importantly, I cannot make a tweet or an Instagram post or anything that's going to piss him off and get me off the air. Nothing, because I control my own destiny. And this is the lesson that I want to tell everyone out there. And you guys are looking for Netflix employment and all that shit. Right now, the purchase and the buy-in, it's easy, but you guys can get tangled with your rights, with all of your stuff that you have, with your merch. You don't even, because you don't understand how copyright works. Whenever you come up with something like on the show, and it could be somebody else and you're with them and it's their thing, but you come up with it, that's your thing. It belongs to you. Like SNL with the Sarah Palin character. They own that Sarah Palin character from Tina Fey.
And Trump, and they own the Trump character.
Absolutely.
Right?
It's the same thing here. So when these people call and say, hey, we're going to make you famous, because that's the promise from Netflix, right? It's like, nah, homie, you're calling YouTubers because you want their audience to go into your shit.
No, but you also get free membership also.
They give you a free. I don't think so.
They don't give you for your membership, man.
No,
Holy shit, that's
So for everyone out there who's an automotive photographer, if you're a media person, if you're just a kid with a YouTube channel, if you want to be here for the long haul and you don't care about putting the hours and you already have, because if they're calling you, you already have an audience, make sure that you're understanding that they're going to take you out of your element. They're going to tell you what to do. If you say anything like normal, like in the normal way that you say, you're a little out of line, they can shut you down and finish even your YouTube career.
Yep.
They're going to distract you from posting on your YouTube, on your social media, whatever you can post. So that means your growth is going to diminish. So there's not a lot of value in these things. I know that, you see a little gold and you see a little shiny and you think it's gold. It's not.
And
it's
most
not.
likely they might touch you too.
But to some, that could be a benefit. Anyways, let's talk about cars, yo. Not only the social media about cars. What do we got going on?
So I'm sorry. That was a good one. That was a really good one.
Farghini.
So
Are you drunk?
You shook me.
Are you drunk?
No, but lunch got me.
We went to the hookah bar.
Oh, yeah.
He had like 3 pulls and he's just sitting there like,
I told Alejandro, I was like, look out, I'm about to fall out of my chair. I was done. Today was a good day, by the way.
There was so many things that came out.
Today was a great day.
Pieces of news.
Came out. Actually, what did come out? A lot of money came out of your pocket today. That was great.
And a little bit of money out of my pocket.
Why are you doing this to me? That was such a dick move, by the way. Farsha just calls and says, hey, by the way, I'm buying a car today. You guys want to film it? Of course we want to film it. I still didn't believe that you were buying a car. Showed up, and then Yvonne has the perfect E63 wagon.
I could not believe it.
No, we were walking down looking for my car. And it was. We're like,
this is why we can't do this. This is why I refuse to make these vlogs anymore.
But this is exactly why, we had Farshad go down and like do all the paperwork and get everything ready is so that we could avoid any chance of like you purchasing a car, avoid those opportunities.
Am I that bad?
First,
Hang on,
yeah,
am I that bad?
Yeah.
It was like the first car.
The first car.
The very first car we
first
see.
car.
You just lose it. Hold on, one car knocks you out and you almost break your leg, and then the other car
You're right.
breaks your wallet.
You're right. But
we did one pull on one block.
But we
and
gotta
that was
say,
it.
how was the E63 wagon?
It is ludicrous how powerful, how quick, how fast, how gravity defying. Like the way that
It makes no
feels,
sense.
The way that it feels, it makes you feel like the car is defying physics. Like it just doesn't make
Such
sense.
a big Avant, and I always wanted one of those. You guys know the RS6 from the
Yes.
like the old school RS6, the
We've
first
talked
one
about
that
that
came about,
several
like
times.
was one of my favorite cars ever. And this one, I've been just waiting and waiting and waiting because I need to find the right one.
You thought you were going to live vicariously through me on that one. Like
I was
thought that
so
was gonna
pumped
go.
about you getting yours because I was like, that's it. I'm never gonna have to buy one.
And by the way,
I would have never got the deal that you got though.
Which Yvonne. You didn't. Yvonne doesn't ask for anything. No plugs. No nothing. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I know. I won the lottery with this one. Thank you.
She hooks it up.
Yeah, big time.
What were you about to say, Farghini?
I want to sit in that car with you and just drive around LA, destroying, destroying.
We're calling Parker, and we're taking the AMG GTR. You know that Parker's E63 has like 750 horsepower, 850
Hold on, he tuned
horsepower.
it?
Yes,
He already
did.
tuned it?
He did.
Okay, we're
Did he
going
do a
900.
video on
We're
this?
going
And
900.
we're taking my. If he beats me, we're doing 900.
Okay, whatever.
We'll talk to Eric. By the way, whoever keeps
yeah.
touching their mic, you're getting like a little short.
It's probably Farshad or
Don't
me.
touch your mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me touch my mic.
Wait, if it's a short, then it's got to be Alejandro.
now you got everyone on the blog. I said I'm 5'11", and
Why is it? How's that my
I
fault?
said I'm 5'11" on the vlog, and everyone starts laughing. 5'11". That's the greatest joke Alejandro has said on the vlog. I am really 5.
They say if
This
you're
dude's like 6'4".
They say if you're 5'11", I'm a tree.
Yeah,
No one.
you
could,
are.
No one
You
could
are.
believe that you fit in that Miata, Farshad.
Hey, that looks really
No
fun.
one.
Hey, the comedy that comes out of sitting in a I gotta get him. We gotta get a Miata.
We still have yet to go and test drive the new one.
Please, I saw one today.
Yes,
We gotta try.
it's our duty.
And everyone's saying you gotta do a manual. We have to do a manual.
Okay.
A manual.
I want
Miata.
to. I want to take the manual Miata out. I want to do it.
No.
pieces of
Ivan,
shit. Are you
Ivan.
serious?
Actually, the clutch is
No.
not that
Come
expensive.
on.
The clutch is not that expensive.
Come on.
What?
And we didn't do a trunk challenge. We got to do a trunk challenge on a Miata.
We'll do a trunk challenge in a Miata. We got to do it on the wagon. Like we're missing a bunch of stuff.
Wow,
Like,
we're
and
all
also-
over the place. We're all over the place.
I
Let's
didn't
get
even-
back to the wagon real quick.
I didn't pick up the wagon.
Yeah,
Like,
and by the way,
go
by the way, the wagon had literally just
it wasn't even in the
arrived.
system.
It was
Yeah.
not yet.
Thank God.
Yeah, because
That's why I
remember she
won.
was supposed to call me when an E63 wagon came in, and
Yeah.
like she never called me.
That's my thing. I just show up at the right moment when you
Farshad.
want something.
Farshad, we drove the AMG GTR down there.
Yeah.
I rode in it. We rode back. Alejandro was racing through the streets in it safely.
Very
safely.
We had seatbelts on.
And under the speed limit.
Yep, under the speed. There was no situations where someone tried to rear end us.
Not at all.
Not at all. But anyways, the way that it feels compared to the E63 wagon, like it doesn't feel near as violent as the wagon does. The wagon is like a rocket.
It's 918-ish, like, but not in the beginning. Not in the beginning. Later,
Like once it picks up the first, whoop,
you're like, whoa.
once you go up the rev limit, like once you go up there 2,000 RPM, it just takes off like a rocket.
Can you tell me how that's possible?
I don't
I
understand.
have no idea.
Can you imagine with launch control?
Does
Can
it-
you imagine
you
doing
said-
launch?
does it have-
it
does have launch
yes,
control.
it does. And you can bet your tits we're doing it.
That doesn't, right?
Nope.
That-
Hang on. I actually don't.
No, you have launch.
Yeah,
you gotta have
I
launch control.
probably
in there.
do.
Really?
I don't
Can
think you do.
can somebody in the bullpen over there look up to see if the AMG GTR has launch
has-
control?
Yeah.
Thank you, Sergio.
I don't think you have it. I don't.
God
I'm
damn.
gonna say you don't have it.
So you have drift control, but not launch control.
8 different levels.
Or
of
I guess not drift control, it's traction control.
Yeah.
Either way, it's the same thing. I still.
And by the
I'm
way,
amazed
and
by
my
that.
theory, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong. My theory is because it's a wagon, it's a little bit longer, and there's more weight on the back. It's hooking up better. You're getting more traction.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think the 918 hit it like right in, like they hit it perfectly with it, simply because the car was heavier than the others, and he could get out of corners way quicker.
By the way, we got good news from Sergio. It
What?
does have launch control.
There you
Race
go.
start.
Race start.
Thank
Race
you.
start.
It's called race start. Thank you, Sergio.
There we go.
Damn, Sergio Visa bringing the fire.
I like having a bullpen.
I know. I like
I
it
feel
too.
it feels like it's a proper like like radio
Do a
show
lot
where
of like
people
a
are
full-
running.
maybe a lot of people in the American U.S. channels don't know Sergio. Sergio's our editor for Salamundo and also
Yeah.
for the Swipe in Spanish channel.
He's actually doing pretty much a lot of stuff for all
Also,
channels.
yeah.
Because
He
he
pretty
speaks-
much is editing everything.
Because he speaks English as well.
and Spanish, yes. It's incredible. Incredible.
Yeah.
But Sergio and that channel, we just got to 200,000
Yeah,
subscribers in 6
congratulations,
days.
by the way. Congratulations,
Thank
by the
you.
way. But the E63 wagon is not.
that was smooth.
Hey, that's my middle name.
There
Smooth.
you go, Buddy Smooth wagon.
So that's not the only car that showed up in the garage this week.
Oh no! What else did we get to show up here?
We lost a Performante,
But
but we gained a Performante.
it's pretty fucking epic.
And with gold.
we go.
Oh,
Right.
Farghini Gold.
it has Farghini gold.
It does.
That's the most beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
And the lines, you're gonna see. Everyone's gonna copy the lines.
I don't know-
Everyone's gonna let's get gas to start pre-making the lines. Let's just be first out with
Oh,
lines.
and you know what?
Remaking the line.
My transition a minute ago when I wasn't so smooth should have been. Speaking of Sergio, he got to drive a new car that came into the. That would have been it because
but
he
Sergio
got to
did
drive
get to
it.
drive it.
He drove it first.
Yeah, before anyone else, and now it's parked in here safely.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, by the way, so this car, I don't know if you guys know or if you guys had a chance to watch the vlog or not, but that's where we explained where the car came from. And do you guys remember, like about a year ago, we went to that O'Gara garage? Were we allowed to share pictures back then?
We were not.
No,
we were not allowed to
specifically
share
said-
pictures.
No one was able to see that car other than people on salamandrian.com.
That's right. That's
'Cause
right.
I knew
you
that
did, you
some
did share it
people
as a pro on
recognized
there.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we posted back then. I think it was like July 14th. No, it was August. It was August 14th.
Yeah.
Like right before.
Of 2017, last year.
Yes, right before Car Week.
Yep.
And we saw like 3 Bugatti Chirons.
Oh, because they had the Koenigseggs, like they had all these Koenigseggs and all of that shit.
Like they were housing all of the cars that were getting ready to ship up together.
And that was the first
Car Week.
Performante we ever saw, remember? Because now that I was watching the footage that we had that we couldn't
yes.
release.
We had never seen. Wow,
No.
what a legendary one to see.
Yep.
And I remember seeing the back and being like, wow, this is the most beautiful car. I don't only remember it. I mean, I even just played it on the episode that
Yeah.
we watched.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah.
holy shit. It's surreal to have it. It's the same car. It's the car that Lamborghini used North America to do the unveiling of the car here in the United States.
And it's like a like Lambo spec that car.
Yeah, Lambo spec
Like-
the car.
like Lamborghini.
And our friend that owns the Reventoni is the one who bought it because he thought that was the most beautiful car he had ever
Yeah.
seen. Too. And
because they were with us.
yeah.
They were with us there and they saw it in there and they made calls.
They were like, this is the greatest
before it's even gone to Car Week.
And by the way, at Car Week, they were like, yeah, by the way, we bought it. I was like, no, you didn't. Get the fuck out of here.
And
Here
it
we
is.
are.
Here it
By the
is.
way, where was it for a year? No
Where
one
was
knows.
it?
It's a mystery.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. But we have.
maybe it was with John Cena's Ford GT.
Oh, but no, I don't think so. But we have another Performante in the garage, and now we have a sexy spec. The only difference is the racing seats. They went to comfy seats.
How are those? Comfortable?
They are. I mean, honestly, just by sitting on them, they're much better than the regular Performante seats.
Your cement seats?
Yeah, I mean, remember I had like my pillow and everything, so it wouldn't destroy my asshole. Yeah, I don't have an ass, so a lot of jumping and bouncing happens there. What else we got there?
Oh,
buddy?
that was the transition look.
That's
that
my
you-
transition.
that you both gave.
we always look at you like this, like.
So something that we noticed in the AMG GTR on the way back is that you don't have CarPlay.
We don't.
Wait, hold
That's
on.
right.
He doesn't have Apple CarPlay in the AMG GTR.
The AMG GTR came out like a 2018 model, but it has this 2017 radio thing on the car.
Did you know
does
that?
not have
Didn't know
CarPlay.
You didn't know that?
Uh-uh.
That's unfortunate because did you know that Apple CarPlay has finally said that they're going to allow Google Maps and Waze on Apple CarPlay?
Because Apple Maps is dead. They're
Yeah.
they're killing Apple
they're-
Maps.
well, they're not killing it.
Are they not?
What they've decided is that they're not going to continue with the blockade of saying we are the ones that have Apple CarPlay. It's going to be our maps or the highway.
Yeah.
Well, what they realized that so many people disliked Apple Maps compared to Google Maps and Waze that they would rather not use Apple CarPlay and just stick their phone in their cup holder and look down.
I was one of
I
those
do the
guys.
same thing.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
does that.
Everybody
does that, and they realize that that's compromising people's safety ultimately. Like it is
No
what
way.
it is.
They saw
Like,
the money. They're like,
Yeah.
no one's using our shit. We better put this. Yeah.
No, but of course it is a financial thing. But you're trying to make your product work. You're trying to make your product work because you think that that's the best financial decision. But when you finally realize that it's not, and that it is also compromising people's safety,
Yeah.
which could ultimately lead to a lawsuit, which could ultimately lose to a lot of money being disappearing from your bank account. That's what it all comes down to.
Everyone gets ways.
Yeah, so they announced it at the software developer meeting that they did recently, and I believe that the iOS 12 is what comes out in October-ish.
Correct. As a former BlackBerry reviewer, I can tell you and attest. And by the way, BlackBerry, not iPhone reviewer, that these normally come out September, October.
Yeah.
So I got to look down at my phone in the cup holder for another. I can't do the math. How many months? But however many months.
3 months.
3 more months.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
All right.
But Apple CarPlay, as you know, it doesn't operate from the system within the car. It operates directly from your phone.
Correct.
You just need a module within the car that actually pulls that
Buddy,
information.
I have a great
off of
module. Don't worry about my module. Okay.
Well, one thing that I'm excited about is, you know how people were completely complaining about Waze and how it was destroying their property value in their streets and everything.
Yeah.
This just augmented that times 80.
Get ready for further.
Today I was driving and legitimately Buddy goes, oh, it's going to take us the Waze route to get there. I know it by heart. Whenever I get in the car, I take the Waze route.
Oh, we always know that the right off Mohawk.
Yeah.
News. I can't almost say this.
No.
we don't want to talk
By the way, this street that we're talking about, that we all know, at peak hours now, there's there's 2 or 3 traffic cops that stand
absolutely.
Yeah.
And next thing, guys, this is our.
They're going to put a light.
Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Do you agree? They're going to put a light there.
You're paying
You think
You're paying
Listen.
3 people every day. How much money to be there just standing saying?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
I'd invest in a light.
Hey, you know what we should do? On a serious note, let's go and tell the city. We'll put in the lights.
Farshad, we can't get anything from the city to the city. Let me just tell the story that Farshad brought to me, like just real quick. The story that you were saying.
Are you saying actual names?
No. I'm going to cut it out.
Because one day we are going to get
Yes,
something.
there was a drink, like an alcohol drink that Farghini and I loved when we first met, like a cheap one, like disgusting cheap alcohol drink. That
in a can.
In a can that you open.
It wasn't disgusting.
And taste it. Hang on, it is disgusting.
It's a quite delightful
let us be clear.
summer drink.
It has a lot of sugar. It's disgusting. So either way,
Oh, you're
Farghini-
saying disgusting for your health, not disgusting taste.
Oh no,
It tastes
it's
delicious.
That's why we
Okay.
love.
Don't say disgusting. It's delicious. It's a delicious
It's
drink.
delicious. So Farghini goes, man, with all those followers you got, I'm surprised no one has reached out to you and whatever. And I go, Farshad, you don't understand, man. These people don't get it. And he goes, no, man, I'm gonna get you. We love this drink so fucking much.
And by the way, that's my occupation. I was a trade out producer. I was
right.
an integration
That's
producer.
right.
So I was
So-
like, this is nothing.
So far as it goes, I'm going to call these guys and I'm going to get you a case. How much money you want to bet? So this whole thing escalated. We made it pretty much to the president of the company, basically.
And
on
we went
email.
through months of this, like months.
Of like crazy emails. We couldn't even get one free can.
No, at one point, I was like, "Can I get a coupon for like we got nothing? We got nothing,
It was the
dude.
best.
Do you remember the emails were like this long? They were long emails.
If I knew that I was going to read those emails for nothing, I would have just gone to the store and gotten many other cases.
And at many points, Alondra, you were telling me, just quit. We'll go buy some 6-pack. I'm like, no, it's the principle.
But that's the same that goes back to our influencer conversation earlier. Is like,
Yeah,
They don't get
by
it.
the way-
some you still can't even get
by
stuff from.
the way, we developed a full concept for the whole campaign. We came up with commercials.
Oh yeah, you did do pitches. I remember this.
Because I pitched him on the commercial. Like, this was my first time like trying to do something creative in this space, and I loved it because I thought my idea. And by the way, once my stuff is ready and whatever,
we're gonna do it.
I'm gonna do exactly what I was planning on doing for them, and they're gonna see it right there and how it works.
We wrote treatments out.
Nothing. These automotive YouTubers can't get shit.
By the way, does your 720S have Apple CarPlay? Do you know if it does?
You never tried?
I don't think so. No. I don't
It
think so.
has a different screen.
No, it has its own media.
That's disappointing. I kind of wish that it did.
I never thought, like, honestly, never.
I'm a big CarPlay guy.
I know, but that's not a priority
I
for
like
these.
it, but not on that.
For these small guys, it's not a priority because you get the amount of
understand.
money you got to spend to.
But wouldn't it be better for them to actually just take on Apple CarPlay because it's you already have the software there
know.
rather than make your own infotainment
They have the
system?
software, but remember that the software is fixed on a Mercedes screen like size, and then the other screen sizes. And you've seen the one in the McLaren. What other screen have you seen that exact same size?
I understand.
So they need to develop it
got it.
for their own shit.
Also, buddy, let me
and
ask you this:
Yeah.
if you're McLaren, you're going to take money away from performance and put it into
CarPlay right now.
CarPlay?
Right now,
But no. What I'm saying,
I'm sure they will get to it.
But you're spending more money developing your own infotainment system rather than taking a
No. That's based on another on another software.
Oh, okay.
This
Well,
is all third-party licensed. Dude.
either-
Everything.
okay. Either way, I bring this up because McLaren has teased another car. Yep, another car is coming out. But fortunately, good for you. Good for you, though. It does not affect the 720S yet because it is a 570S successor.
It's the one we talked about a while ago.
Exactly.
The 600 LT.
600 LT.
Or
yep.
the 600R. No one knows what it's
Whatever
called.
the name's going to be. But and you don't even know if it's going to be that. It could be some weird name that they're doing again that has to do with their history or heritage. You never
sure.
know what they're
But
going to do
that's
now.
the car.
Yeah.
And this car, the special thing about this one is going to have that. And please don't say don't say anything to anybody, please.
Okay, I'm
If
not
you-
gonna say it.
Keep it a secret.
I'm not going to
It's
say
gonna
that.
We
have
won't say
that.
anything.
It's gonna have that same V8 that is in the 720. Can you imagine that on a tiny 570
Holy
with
crap.
extra race blood everywhere and just more air holes than you can
Did you see?
possibly fill?
Did you see in that teaser image the massive like carbon fiber diffuser?
I did. And here's the deal. We're gonna be the last ones to get it because we gotta buy it used because McLaren won't sell me one. So we're gonna have to wait.
We'll get you one.
Stop saying that. Stop saying
and
that.
I know I know someone high up in there. We're trying also.
No, we're just so you know, guys. Yeah. You remember when we talked? You don't remember talking to JB and he instantly was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" No,
No,
like
we'll
Get the
you
fuck out of here, Farghini.
hey,
we'll get you
Farghini,
one.
get out of my
Fuck outta here.
showroom. No,
Maybe we'll get you one with a hood scoop.
But either way, I'm actually gonna wait and I'll just buy whatever fucking crazy spec I want because thank God that's our position now, right?
Yeah.
So no more sucking anybody's ding dong for anything. We just get whatever
Yeah.
cars we want, secondhand. We pay over. The customer is the one that makes the money. I'm fine with that. Just no relation.
I mean, if you want to pay,
Crap like that.
over, I'd rather pay under. But
I'd rather pay under, but that's going to be impossible. You know, come
only,
on. You know how cheap
only a
I am.
Mercedes. Only a Mercedes.
You know how cheap I am. I'll get a deal either way.
Of course.
And also, what I like about honestly social media, I leverage the shit out of it for buying cars because I just say who wants to sell their car. I get 5 people that message me. I know, and I'm telling you guys my secret, which is completely gonna not backfire because it's still gonna happen. And I get 5 people with the car, and they're outbidding each other to see who can sell it for the cheapest. That's normal. That's worked out pretty well so far.
the best is when you have 5 brokers with the same car and they're actually
Oh
outbidding
my
each other
God,
because you
it's
see
the worst.
No, it's horrible, but it's also funny because they're like eating each other alive. Like each one of them are taking money out of each other's pockets, so you see them like clawing at each other, and none of them know that they all think that they're the only ones with the car.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. But can I ask you something? What car will this LT or our version of the 570 will compete against? I know that in theory it should go against.
Oh my God!
Hold on.
Sorry.
What right now? What does a 570 go against?
Okay,
I
so
wanna
it
know- I
should
wanna
go
hear.
against the 488.
Okay.
I know that it's a debate where everyone thinks it's against the 720, but the 720 is a GT, a super GT, just like the F12 or the A12 Superfast,
Yeah.
right? And at least that
yeah.
gives the A12 Superfast something to compete against, even though it's not going to beat the McLaren on speed, on how it handles, on anything. But it's closer than a 488.
Okay.
The 488 gets eaten alive by the AMG GTR, which is only $180,000, or by a 570, which is $180,000, $200,000, if you will. So the 570 already takes care of that. 570 Pista, the Ferrari Pista.
Ooh, that may be the name of the 570 Pista.
I can't imagine.
What if McLaren goes the 570 track? What about that? Pista means track. What if they go with that?
That should be a dope
I'd be
name.
cool with that. I'd be fine with that.
The 600 T.
I think it's just going to compete against the 488. I know a lot of Ferrari guys are going to be mad, but then what if we say it competes with the California?
You mean the 488 Pista?
Yes.
Yeah. The
I'm
488
sorry.
Pista.
The 488 Pista competes against the 488 Pizza. So the R will compete against the 488 Pizza.
Somebody's hungry. Freudian slip.
Are we-
Freudian slip.
Holy shit.
And he said it twice too. 'cause
We're having,
I know.
we're having pizza tonight.
Pista. and some people are going to say that the Portofino is the one that competes against the 570. But
What's all the pizza? Portofino pizza.
McLaren doesn't have a Portofino-like car, do they?
No, they do not.
Porsche has a Portofino-like car, like a small. The only car company that has a Portofino-like car is Maserati. Their GTs,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know if that.
It's the same platform, just so you know. The California started off of that.
Right. Yeah.
So there's no other company that makes. So Ferrari does have one car that doesn't compete against anyone.
It's
The Portofino.
It's their shittiest car.
And then, but that's the reality of these right now. Can you imagine? I think this R will eat alive that 720S.
Yes, this new
That's going to be my
this
bold,
570 upgrade. Yeah.
That's going to be my bold prediction on it.
I believe it too. Like honestly, dude, we heard rumors about the car when we were at Goodwood.
Yeah, I know.
We heard rumors later.
I've been trying ever since to get it.
Everything that I've heard, and I know that you guys have heard, is that this thing is going to be an absolute weapon that is going to kill everything.
But the thing is, it's like the Corvette and the Camaro. They always hold the Camaro back, or the Boxster and the Cayman. They always hold it back. So how? Because you can't have
McLaren doesn't do that. The only thing McLaren doesn't do is capture times now, so that their customers don't get mad
with actual numbers.
With the actual numbers.
McLaren is just like Apple. I mean, they're just continuously rolling out products. It has to be better every single time that they do it. No holds
Name
barred.
one car until today that is better than the 720S that's come out that's faster out of any other car company or even McLaren. Nothing.
So question: If this
the Senna.
If this new car,
the E63 wagon.
Oh, by the way, I can't wait to see the wagon against the big boy.
No, the 720S will like. Hang on,
I know, but
that's
like
a different galaxy. You'll see it. But that's a different galaxy, Farghini. I just don't think anyone can rival them, and I love that they're taking that stance on. I don't give a shit what people are saying. We're just building the fastest, quickest, most crazy balls to the walls cars.
Would you get mad if it destroyed the 720?
No, I wanted to because I want to buy that too. I'm actually just, if that happens, I think I'd sell my 720.
Will the 720s take a hit, you think?
No, because it's not that many cars. They're going to make like 500.
They're super limited.
Most likely.
For sure you're
500.
For sure you're not going to get one.
That's what I said. Yeah.
I didn't know the numbers.
I know that's bad news about the McLaren, but even worse news is we missed the HQ trivia game for $400,000.
Fuck that guy.
Oh my God.
Fuck that guy. Yesterday, Buddy told us, by the way, HQ trivia is a small game on your phone where you pick like, I can't believe we're doing this.
We're doing it right now?
It's a quiz trivia game and you play it live and then you can select the answers. And if you win, you can pull out of a pool of $5,000 every
you win
time,
like
which is like 3 cents
yeah.
for everyone that wins. And Buddy, before leaving yesterday, goes, by the way, there's a website.
A bot.
Yeah, there's a bot. There's a website that you can go on that will tell you all of the answers. We go on the website, and the first thing I say, guys, pay attention to the questions. Only use them when you don't know the answers. Well, I'm saying that the first question rolls. I don't pay it.
And the first question is always the easiest.
What is a typical house cat?
Yeah. And I go into it. I didn't read the question. I just saw what the computer said. And I said, I'm just going to pick what the computer said. Wrong.
And we all picked what the computer said.
Wrong, buddy.
The computer
Wrong.
said 30-foot tall building for a typical house cat. And the options were there tabby.
Read the question.
You pitched
you guys are like over pitching my pitch. Like this is what I said. I said, guys, there's a guy that just said to me in my DMs that there's a bot for HQ trivia that'll tell you the answers, and it says it's 91% accurate. I said, that's pretty awesome. We should try it and check it out. I didn't say, guys, let's close our eyes and tell the bot to pick whatever answer on our thing.
Did he not leave this office thinking that he was God? Like
basically, you dropped the mic
and walked out with Superman's cape on as you walked
out and said, basically said, I'll catch you at the winner's circle.
You know what? Here you go. Who's been in the winner's circle?
You. This is why we're so annoyed by this.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank
and
you.
also, Farshan and I are foreigners.
Who else has made it to the last
Farshan and I are
question?
foreigners. This is a design game for Caucasians.
People. Yeah, exactly.
No, that's not true.
Dude, it's got...
Do you know how to read?
Yeah,
I don't. So...
Basically, the questions are like the first 3 questions, everyone gets them. 4th question is, if you're in the white culture, you might get it.
You might get it.
But like the 5th and 6th question, yeah.
When they throw me like Beatles,
no, that's not true.
When they throw me like Beatles questions and Madonna, I'm like, what? No, I'm sorry, buddy. This is a system just for you to win.
By the way, speaking of reading, I read in the news today that the Rolls-Royce design chief abruptly quit.
Giles, right?
Nowhere. Giles Taylor.
Yeah. Someone, I
Your
read
thoughts? Any input on that other than a blank stare?
My thoughts. Here's my thoughts. That comment at the bottom of that article that we read about it, when it says like the guy is leaving just because he wants to pursue. By the way, let me just explain it. The chief designer at Rolls-Royce is leaving Rolls-Royce because he wants to go, and this is exactly what he said, or he's being quoted as, "I'm going to pursue other jobs, like other opportunities." And recently, the CEO of what's this company we like? Lotus. Quit.
Lotus.
And then he went and restored like older cars. That's what he's doing now.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, what the fuck is going on in the car world? What is this?
Yeah.
But either way, like the news is the guy's gone. And someone commented at the bottom, I wonder how hard it is to find another designer that can design a brick. Now, while I understand that fucked up statement, what they do with so little changes is so huge in those cars.
Of course.
They really have. You gotta see them in person, and you have to listen to the story and everything so that you can understand it. I know that design's not about that. You should be able to see it, but such an intimidating, imposing design is not meant to change and become softer. It's bound to remain in the same. And the more expensive the cars, the more they're going to look the same for more years so that depreciation doesn't hit you as hard. So this is for your own benefit. If you want the car to completely change, last generation completely goes to shit.
But so you nailed the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head with.
I always wonder how to say that. By the way, I've tried to say that a billion times.
You hit the nail on the head with that. It's all about seeing it and understanding the story behind it, right? And
Correct.
And that's what we got out of when we went to the event to see the Phantom.
Can we talk about it?
No, not yet. We didn't sign an NDA.
We're the only ones under NDA.
But what was so significant about that event was like hearing the story and him explaining all the lines and different things. And that's what's about to happen with the Cullinan is they're about to go on their media circuit with the Cullinan through all the car shows and different things. That's about to happen now. And they don't have their head of design who would be telling that story. They don't have the guy now to right the ship and show like everybody this is what the Cullinan is about. Yeah, you don't have that guy. So now in the interim, I'm sure that they have a posting on Craigslist looking for a host for these events.
Hang on, guys. Call Mr. JWW. He's the greatest at presenting any new car.
And it is a British accent.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to be presented the car July something. So if Rolls-Royce could do us a huge favor, call James, bring him over.
Oh, I'm not going if James is not hosting.
What? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, get the
right?
fuck out of here.
We'll bring tacos for James.
I think it's going to be interesting to see who they pick, and I think most of these car companies, believe it or not, are really run by a board and not just one guy. Like the CEO of these companies is most likely not the guy really pulling the strings. That's a guy with a vision. I feel like the CEO is kind of like the marketing guy of these companies.
On smaller ones, right?
Right?
On smaller companies. And smaller.
Yeah, in smaller companies.
Yeah, I think
when you're talking about VW size.
that guy actually has to work every day.
But the actual VW, but Rolls-Royce, which is the smaller one, I don't think that dude's got as much responsibility as.
But also, he's not getting like pitched and proposed things on a daily basis. Do you know what I mean? Like the guy at VW, he's like the Rolls-Royce. He's like
every 5 years, someone shows up like, I got a new car.
Yeah. He's like, we made this one line like this, and he just has to sit there. Mm-hmm. I'll let you know next week.
He does a line. He sets it down, like scooches his chair away from the desk.
Because the thing is,
he stands up behind his desk. He starts to pace. He looks out the window thinking about it.
He lights up a cigarette.
He looks over his shoulder back at the line. One more sigh, and then just walks out of his office to come back on Monday.
He walks out and goes, I can't deal with this. How was work, honey? How was work, honey? Oh, you don't even want to get me
showed
there.
me a new
They have like this new line they want to add to the cars. My God.
And the thing is, the interiors, for example, they all look the same. They're all the same stuff. So it's got to be like, today we want to try like a new material.
Like, it's just samples of delicious material.
That's all it is.
Do you think that they've ever given him the same two lines and just said, which one do you like? And he's like,
By the way, obviously this is a joke, guys. We're not saying anything.
You know what else? Can we like speculate a little bit?
Yeah,
I'm
love
shocked.
speculating.
No one said the elephant in the room.
Do you think Fisker's going to throw his name in the hat?
No,
you don't think so?
No.
Oh man,
I'm going to tell you why.
Send his resume in.
Mr. Hendrik Fisker right now is at a point in his career where he thinks he knows everything better than everybody else design-wise.
But that's what you need.
And now
to pitch the Cullinan
CEO-wise, right? Do you agree?
Yeah.
The problem is, if you bring him, he's got to be the CEO and the designer so that he can absolutely fuck up your car. It's not, if you just bring him as a designer, he's going to bring a lot of value to the table, and he doesn't want to do that. He wants to be the CEO
and the chief technology officer.
Of course, also all of these things. I mean, he's a proven guy with all of the releases. Did you hear that? By the way, hey, let me do a segue right here. Did you hear that the what's the name of his car? The one with the muff doors.
The emotion.
The emotion is delayed already and has like, we gotta find the perfect battery.
I was trying to do a joke on it, but I'll tell you, it's been delayed. It's been delayed to improve the batteries. Like they're so good now, they improve. I'm like, no, you mean it's delayed so you can find some kind of
The battery
technology.
that can do the 800 miles that you
Jesus.
promised, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
By
no
the way,
shit.
but segue back into Rolls-Royce, I have another theory on this.
Yeah.
Because the CEO doesn't have much to do and he doesn't pay a lot of attention, I don't think through the whole Cullinan thing, he like even paid attention. And now it's been revealed he's seen it for the first time. And he's like, what the fuck is this? Get that guy in my office. Get that guy in my office.
Can you imagine? Like he really.
This is his first time seeing.
And by the way, now knowing like how these like major companies work and all that stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if like he legitimately came in last minute and was like, ooh. Because by the way, I've not seen the car in person, but I still have the impression that the front looks ridiculous from a third quarter angle from the front.
Yeah.
From the front. I'm not saying anything, but I'm sure in person it's going to look much better.
Hopefully.
But hopefully, that's the hopefully. But if he doesn't, now that guy probably got canned because of this.
By the way, you don't think there's a coincidence between the Cullinan just comes out and the guy gets canned?
Well, he's saying
Come
that
on,
he
dude.
quit.
Nah,
that he's
come
going to pursue other things.
Of course,
Well, yeah, of course he's gonna say that.
Look, I kind of feel the same way as well. I feel like he was reading the comments down below the video and he couldn't handle it.
Never read the comments.
I feel like he was
Never.
reading the comments. That's what was happening.
The comments got him.
Out of here.
He was like, why did Mr. JWW not like my car? Sorry, James. I don't know if we're talking British cars. Love you, motherfucker.
By the way, speaking of other designs and new designs coming out, did you guys see the 911 Speedster concept that was released
Not
today?
only did I see it, you brought it up to my attention, and I already asked for two, which I have. Am I going to get them? Absolutely not.
No.
But I have already asked for two. Can you please take us there and tell us
Yes,
what's so
so-
special? Because
okay.
you love the original Speedster.
Yes. So the original Speedster, the 356 Speedster, we were approaching the 70th year anniversary for the 356 Speedster. That is the car that took Porsche and just pushed the envelope, and now the rest is history.
The coincidence, Ferrari's also celebrating 70 years as well.
Not last year. Yeah. Yeah.
But can I say something?
Yeah.
Ferrari knows one thing: how to throw a fucking party.
Yeah.
That they do.
Yeah.
That they
And
do.
also, and by the way,
That they do.
yeah, and by the way, we got 70 years and we got 70 years.
Back to the 350.
What's so sexy about it?
So the 356 Speedster, that was the legend, and now they are coming out with the 911 Speedster concept. Now, it's basically, in my opinion, a GT3 Speedster. That's essentially what it is. It's a GT3
because in the
Speedster.
same motor.
It's not like another one-off Boxster or anything. Like, they're making this a very, very special car as this concept. Porsche, generally, their concepts are realities. Hence the Mission E.
Hence the Courage GT that turned out to be better than the concept.
Exactly. When Porsche puts a concept out, it's typically because they're going to do it. So hopefully we end up seeing this one in your garage with two of them.
Oh, so it's bound, guys. If you've seen the Boxster Spider, God, what a gorgeous car. That's like the one. And now they're doing this with a 911 to bring back like the memory
It's sexy.
of the 356 Speedster.
Yep.
This is going to be a car. I'm sure they're only going to make like 25 or 50.
Or 356.
No, I don't think so.
Let's wager. What number do you say? I say
that's a great
356.
That's a great number.
You can't take 356.
I'm going 50.
You're going 50?
Because whenever Porsche does like a one super old, like weird edition like this one, they always dump like a fucking super tiny number.
How many 918s did they do?
918.
I'm gonna say they're gonna do 1,000.
I don't think so.
1,025?
50.
1,050, 356.
Okay. I'll take that wager.
Hopefully no one
whoever wins doesn't have to pay for food for whatever lunch he wants.
Where?
Whatever lunch he
Where?
Not more than $1,000.
Whoa.
Hey, shake on this one.
Done.
Whoa. But hey, speaking of bets, I brought this up to you in the car earlier, but one of my favorite shows that I watch or listen to, they brought up a bet. Would you rather, if you had to shoot a free throw, or not would you rather, if you had to shoot a free throw and win $3 million if you made it, or go to jail for a year if you missed it, would you take the shot?
Absolutely not. I do not want to get gangbanged in jail.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
I take the shot.
No way, dude. A year in jail? I just finished watching jail clips of a guy getting
I don't give a
shanked.
fuck, dude.
Can I
It's
tell you-
opportunity.
You don't give a fuck. I'll show. Okay, how about this? How about this? I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to show you a video.
You
I'm
get
gonna
a
show-
chance at a $3 million prize for nothing,
You're-
just a free throw.
Hey, your freedom and not being in jail is not worth any amount of money, dude. Any amount of money.
Can I tell you something? I'm pretty sure that I would make the shot. Unfortunately, I would not take it for the simple matter of if I did happen to miss it, that small percentage of if I missed it, I would not do well in jail.
Yeah, I wouldn't do well in jail. You wouldn't do well either.
I wouldn't.
None of us
I
would do
wouldn't-
well.
I wouldn't do
Shave
well
my
in
head
jail.
and get tats everywhere and just work out for 7. But I need to negotiate when I can go to jail. I need to go for a year and just train for whatever I need.
The only training you're
That's
going
all
to
I
be
need.
doing. Never mind.
By the way, if you go to jail for that, what do we
For
do?
that.
What do we do? What do we do with the channel? Like, do we?
Yeah.
just-
What's the?
what's the deal? Do we shut
talk,
everything
We'll
down?
talk about it at that point.
Oh, Rodrigo. Hey, Rodrigo.
People confuse
Rodrigo, yeah, Rodrigo.
all the time.
Wait,
We'll get
he's already
Rodrigo.
driving the golf truck. Like,
Hey, we're not going to say anything either. One day, just Rodrigo just does. We just,
He just comes in.
Paparitos.
Hey, what's going on, guys? You racist prigs. You racist pieces of shit. By the way, you're talking about the Mission E. You know that people just
yes.
test drove the Mission E, and I had a chance when they brought it. I was at Soho House.
it was the Mission E Sport
That's
Turismo.
right. I was
the
smoking a
crossover.
doobie. I was smoking a doobie outside in the parking lot of Soho House with Mark, and they go. One of the waiters comes out and goes, "What the fuck is that?" And we look over the fence, and they have a Panamera and the Mission E, and they had the Mission E on a JP Logistics truck, and they were loading it, so it was already covered. So I only saw the back.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was the Mission E. I thought, dead serious, it was like the cheapest Panamera you could buy, and Porsche was going to roll like a $30,000 Panamera. That's what the back looked like.
Yeah.
And later, when we were looking online, and they said, all right, they invited like 4 or 5 reviewers to take the car out. Which, by the way, you looked them up. What the fuck? Who's Porsche calling in the first place? Why couldn't they call Parker?
Because they're safe friends.
Why
They're safe friends.
couldn't they call Parker? Parker's excellent.
Yeah.
He did the AMG GTR review.
Yeah, but he looks like he's 16. That's why. That's the only problem.
I know, but he's got a massive audience.
I get it, but also
All I'm saying-
it's not about audience. It's and I get it.
I get it. This is a controlled environment, and
Yeah,
they need this one
exactly.
because they didn't let the guys that drove the car
And also,
talk
do you
about
know,
a lot of
the car?
things.
You know the car? They wouldn't let him go more than 50 miles an hour.
Yeah. It was just a shell, and they said,
to me it felt like that they were looking for a couple of guys with a long tenured experience to like give them like some feedback. I think that's kind of what they were going for, was getting some feedback to actually hash some things out. Because you have one guy, he's a New York Times journalist and an Emmy award winning podcaster in the car world. Like
You could win Emmys in a podcast?
yeah.
I'm finally going to win an Emmy?
We have to shift some things up with the podcast.
didn't you win an Emmy?
No, I never won an Emmy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've been to the awards. I've never.
Sorry,
won.
Farghini.
Yeah. Did you go to the gifting suite?
No, I would never. I never.
Damn it.
But I feel like that they were bringing some people to kind of like hash some things out, to give them like that long tenured experience, like whatever. Like, do I think it's the right move to do? No, I don't.
Well, hang on. It depends. If they're going for that, what you're saying, then I take back what I said, and I absolutely understand that's the
Look,
case.
that's my opinion.
just
That's my
weird they-
opinion. That's not what I would have done, but I think
Yeah.
that that's what they were trying to do from it.
By the way, but when I saw that there was a video of it, I go, "Oh, I can't wait for the guy to go, whoa!" when he accelerates.
Not once.
Yeah. But
Not once.
remember, that's the Sport Turismo. That's like the crossover. That's not the one. But the one they announced today, where they announced the actual name, is the Taken.
That's that car, just so you know.
That's not
No,
that
no,
car.
it's that car.
That's a
So you know,
different car.
no. So you know, Alejandro, the car you saw is a Mission E, but like
crossover.
but like an all
they called it that. Yeah, the crossover Mission E.
Yeah, it's like an all road. But the Taken is
The real Mission E.
a sport like sedan.
That's the real Mission E.
That's the real Mission E.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was so worried. That fucking thing looked so shitty.
Were you taken?
Now, I
taken
don't know
aback?
who you are or what you've done with my daughter, but keep her, please.
and give me a Taken.
It was so expensive to just race her. She's such a bitch.
and I'll take a Taken any day.
What if Liam Neeson, after the third movie, you got to wonder, is that dude a really good parent or not? Because if your daughter keeps getting taken 3 times, it's kind of on you.
I've never seen the movies. The daughter gets taken 3 times.
It's kind of on you, yes. The daughter and the wife. It's crazy.
And if it was me, I'd be like, "Hey, take my wife, please."
By the way, I just found out that it's not the Taken, it's the Taycan.
Yeah, Taycan. Yeah, we know.
First of all, just so we're clear,
I just read it as how it was. The Taken,
buddy.
Come on.
Just so we're clear, 98% of the thing are people going to go to the dealership and go, "Hey, is there a Taken here?"
Yeah, no question about it.
No one's going to know what this is.
So Taycan is what it's going to be.
One of the big elements in this car that Porsche was bragging about, because I don't know if you guys know this, I made I think my first Let's Talk About Cars touches, my first video ever touches on the Mission E and how excited I was for the Mission E. And I saw that the future was going to be that, the same hippie bullshit that I'm always spewing. And no, I don't know, just seeing it come back to life, and it really is a car now.
Yeah.
And I'm interested as shit. So back then they were promising that the car would be able to have 80-70% charge in 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
I think they're still sticking to it.
Still on. You know what the difference between Fisker and Porsche is? Porsche's still on.
Delivery, yeah.
Yeah, 240 miles in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, 240 mile range in 15 minutes.
One bathroom break. Literally.
Yeah,
that's great.
You can take a dump and come back.
Yeah. Yeah. Or
schedule your dumps at the gas station.
at the power pump.
Oh, God.
But I'm excited for the Mission E now that you said that. For the crossover one, I'm not a big fan of how it looks, and I can't say anything. Please take whatever I'm saying for what it is. It's just bullshit. Until we see the car, we drive it, we have experienced it. None of this means anything. This is all speculation.
And I kept saying Mission E Gran Turismo, but it's Mission E Cross Turismo. So
I know.
And also Porsche, take it easy. Let's get one Mission E in, then bring your other variants in.
Yeah, now it's confusing.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
Let's see the first one. Let's see how that goes.
And then bring the other ones.
Right?
That's gonna go really well. I know the guy doing the batteries.
You do?
No. Go on. So what's up?
That's all I have.
That's all you got?
That's all I have.
So is it now time for Farghini's bad news and good news?
I don't know if we have time for that today. Go ahead, Farghini.
Hey, I have a lot too. Look.
Oh my God.
Let's go. Oh,
Volume.
shit.
I didn't send you that many text messages.
Quality is going to be low, but volume's high. Here we go. Good news. Next generation Jeep Grand Cherokee will arrive within 5 years. It's a very popular.
That's good news, because I don't like when people keep their car just going forever. What's the bad news?
Oof. Next generation Jeep Grand Cherokee will be based off of Alfa Romeo platform. Beep boop.
Why?
I have no idea. I don't read. I don't read into the. I don't.
Why?
I don't read the.
That
articles.
is really bad news. Hey, someone. Have you seen that beautiful Alfa Romeo that's floating around?
Oh yeah, the one-off.
There's a one-off. Honestly,
a 4C is what they call it.
So someone sent it to me. It's the most beautiful car I've ever seen. He goes, "So what do you think, man?" I go, "It's just a shame that it's an Alfa Romeo." It is. That dude's never going to be able to drive the car for more than a week uninterrupted.
Who wasted? Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, go on. 4C. Yeah.
Okay. Go on into
Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go.
What's more good news?
Actually, we're just talking about the Mission E. So Porsche has a name for it. We all know it's the Porsche gives it the name the Taycan.
Yeah.
Taycan. Okay. Bad news. Liam Neeson is not very pleased. This one. Don't use this one.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize you had that joke in there. I wouldn't have corrected ourselves.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Good news. So the Rolls-Royce Cullinan is now available for order.
That's true. That's actually true. $50,000 deposit.
Yeah, it's variable. Yeah.
What's the bad news?
Rolls-Royce design chief quits immediately.
Wow, that actually did work.
Yes. Okay.
I'm surprised. Well done.
Good news. Land Rover in the news.
Yep.
Land Rover is axing the 3-door Evoque worldwide due to low demand.
That's so weird. Yeah. Who would have thought that no one wants a crazy, super massive truck with 2 doors? Go ahead. What's the bad news?
There was a 3-door Evoque?
No one knew either. Yeah, you're right.
Yet they're going to continue doing the 2-door Range Rover.
No, they got to stop that.
Okay. Oh, this is actually very interesting news because it's business related. There's other brands working together. So GM teams up with Honda to develop the next generation advanced batteries.
That is good news for advancement in technology.
GM
What's
and
the bad
Honda
news?
The bad news. The battery will depreciate like a GM, not a Honda.
Oh, that would be really bad news if that turned out to be true.
Can you imagine you end up with a GM product with that battery?
No, that would be horrible. Horrible.
By the way, GM's teaming up with a lot of different.
You're right.
A lot of different companies. They teamed up with Ford on the
transmission,
which everyone is. Not using. By the way, everyone is, and everyone has to right now. Exactly. There is no time to fuck around with everyone coming out with cutting edge technology.
Did you say you don't have that in your car? Is that what you just said? You don't have the.
Wait, sorry. What were we talking about?
The transmission in your car?
No. At the end, Chevy. One of them ended up not using it. like they developed
built it in there.
Oh,
Like, here
one
you
of them
go.
ended up not. Oh, I thought you were saying that you didn't have it. Just like
I think Chrysler, GM ended up not.
reason I was going to say that is because Eric let us know yesterday that your car is in fact not a Raptor; it's a F-150.
Yeah, because of the back.
Are you guys
remember?
fucking with me?
It's
Yeah.
most likely
Why did I
an
pay
F-150.
for fucking Raptor money?
It's Rob Lowe,
Rob
man.
Lowe, man.
Rob Lowe
I'm
guy.
gonna fucking get you. You're gonna see this. Okay, some good news. Ferrari 3.9 liter V8 wins international engine of the. I'm sorry. That was the bad news.
Oh, come on! Come on!
Sorry. That was fucking horrible. By the way, they won this 3 times in a row.
By the way, there's
Come on.
So can I add to that story? They've won for 3 years in a row.
Of course, I
This means they really built an incredible engine and they just put it in the wrong car.
Or they've been paying a massive fee to this organization.
Thank you.
3
There's
years
nothing
in a row.
else. There's nothing. Do you agree? If you have the best engine,
I would take a GTI engine, or the Golf R engine, and be like, "That's a great engine." Over
Hey,
this.
seriously though, I was thinking about this. I saw that headline the other day, and I was thinking, like, what if this isn't like really judged based upon like the
Performance.
the performance of the engine? What if it's like an artistry type of thing where like they're no, I'm serious, like looking at the way that it's built and put together, and it's unlike.
it's either Ferrari's using that engine like pure shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or they paid a lot of money. And also, who won Car of the Year last year in Motor Trend magazine?
I don't remember.
The 488.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Of course.
I think Ferrari's spending their money well. Can we just leave it at that?
Yeah.
Can we just leave it
very
at that?
wisely.
Hey guys, thank you very much for watching us.
Hey, we got one more joke.
I worked hard on this one too. Look how much I wrote.
What are you looking at?
Look how much I wrote on this one.
Go ahead. Oh wow.
Okay. Yeah, this is a complex one.
What's the good news
Okay,
here?
here we go. Good news. So you know Hyundai,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Do you recall their logo?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like an H,
Yeah.
right? So it's been revealed that the H in Hyundai logo is actually 2 people shaking hands. One represents the customer and the other is the company.
Oh, that's good
That's
news.
what they're
I love
saying?
when it's
That's what it
people
is,
get
yeah.
creative like that. What's
what
the
it
bad
is.
news with that?
Due to recent customer satisfaction issues, the logo has been changed to 2 people punching each other.
That's a really. I'll give you that
That's a
one.
good one.
Farghini.
That's a
All
good
right,
one.
I'll give you that one, Farghini. Well done. Is that
Oh,
it?
man.
That's it.
Is that
all I
it?
got.
That's it,
buddy?
dude. That's
Nothing
all I
else?
got. That's it.
Hey, buddy, thank you very much for everything.
Thank you.
Farghini, thank you very much for everything.
Thank you.
Sergio, thank you very much for everything. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We really appreciate you, your time, and we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Take care. I'm Alejandro. That's Farghini. That's Buddy. See you next time.